Hey guys, this is Bradley Miles. Welcome back to the Social Money Podcast. Here with a very special guest today. I'll let her introduce herself. DJ Kelly Green. How are you today?
What's going on? I'm good. I am DJ Kelly Green, obviously, as you just introduced me. I'm based in New Orleans. I DJ for Currency, Jet Life, the whole record label. So whenever they do events and whenever any of the artists travels for shows, I DJ their concerts. I also have my own radio station, and it's called Sonic League Radio. You can listen to it at djkellygreen.com. And that is the essence of me.
Fantastic. Kelly's very modest, one of the most sought after DJs in New Orleans. Kelly, for those that don't know, we'd really love to dive into your background, where you came from. Are you from New Orleans? Are you from something else? How'd you arrive in New Orleans? Where were you born? How'd you get into music in the first place?
Well, I'm actually from Baton Rouge, which is an hour away from New Orleans. So I've been playing music since I was 6 years old. My mom put me in piano lessons when I was 6, and that just kind of expanded into literally everything else that you can possibly do musically. As I grew and as I progressed through school, I learned different instruments. When I was 9 years old, I joined the school orchestra, and I played until I graduated high school. I played the violin, cello, and of course I continued to study piano. And that just, having all of those different outlets music-wise, it just kind of introduced me to so many different platforms musically. It showed me you don't just have to play classical music. You don't just have to play this or that. You don't have to take this certain lane. You can be a musician and do all of it. So that's what I wanted to do. I fell in love with music at a young age. And fast forward to high school and me playing in the orchestra and all that stuff, I just was like, I want to take something musically and do what I want to do with it. So I ended up going to my dad's house one day, and he randomly had a pair of turntables in his kitchen. Just randomly. I was like, what are you doing with this? Where did this come from? My friend brought it over here. He just, kind of let me play with them. And I did the same thing, and I never put the turntables down from that day. I was like 14. And I've been a DJ ever since. I got my first pair of turntables for my 16th birthday, and I started practicing, booked my first gig at 18, and I never turned back.
Amazing. And then how did you get to New Orleans from Baton Rouge?
So when I graduated high school, I went to Loyola University. I was studying pre-med. Nobody had any idea that I was going to take the direction that I took. People that really knew me knew I was a musician, but I think people, oh yeah, she's going to school to pre-med, she's going to be a surgeon, because I wanted to be a doctor. Specifically, I wanted to do surgery. But obviously now I do surgery on turntables. I just kind of transferred bodies. So you asked how I got to New Orleans. Oh yeah, so I came to New Orleans for college, and I kind of just started playing around, making mixes in my bedroom. And next thing you know, I started getting booked for like the Black Student Union events on campus and stuff like that. And people started knowing me as a DJ, and then it started to kind of branch out outside of the school, like outside of the campus. And I started getting booked at like clubs and stuff. And I ended up leaving. I only stayed at Loyola for a year. I ended up leaving and just diving headfirst into being a DJ because it was going so well. And, I knew that was what I was truly passionate about. So by the grace of Loyola, my career has migrated to New Orleans from Baton Rouge.
It's amazing. And then how did you get into like club life, partying? Like how did you start getting like a reputation or start getting known in sort of the New Orleans DJ community or club community?
So I kind of just was the young college kid that wanted to be at the parties and stuff. And I literally just got lucky and shook hands with the right people. A lot of the beginning of my career was the right place at the right time kind of thing. And just so happening to run into exactly who I need to talk to get what I've been trying to do, or, accomplish what I've been trying to accomplish. So, I just inserted myself in the nightlife in New Orleans, and I ended up, meeting the DJs, and people started knowing me as a DJ, and they would need DJs to fill in, or they would need somebody to do this at the last minute, and I was always available. So, I kind of built my way up by picking up other people's slack too. So,
Okay.
I literally just inserted myself in it because I knew I needed to be in it if that was what I was going to do.
And then how did you meet Currency?
So when I was going to Loyola, I worked at a restaurant which is now closed on St. Charles in New Orleans. Very popular restaurant called Cheesecake Bistro. And not to be confused with Cheesecake Factory. This is something else. This is some New Orleans stuff. So I was working there as a hostess. And this was like a really popular restaurant, like Lil Wayne used to come eat there and stuff like that. One day, Currency walks in, and I'm the hostess. I'm walking him to his table. And at this time, I had been recording mixes in my dorm room and stuff, and like burning them to CDs. So I used to keep a book sack with me, and I had these CDs in a book sack, like with my mixes on them, with my contact information and everything. So I walk him to his table, and I'm just kind of making small talk on the way to the table. Never met this guy before. I'm just looking at him like he's somebody else that I'm just sitting at the table. So as he's leaving, when he finishes eating, I kind of just like, grab him on his way out the door, and I'm like, yo, I don't know where you about to ride to, or, pop this in your CD player in your car and just, listen to it. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, don't. It's whatever. I just want you to hear it. He, like I said, I had my contact information on the CD. So he gets in his car, and I'm still at work. My phone rings, some unknown number, about 30 minutes later, and it's him. Like, yo, this mix is fire. Like, just was completely amazed. He was like, your song selection, he was just amazed by the mix. And he still has that CD to this day. That's what's funny. He still has the CD. And that was when that was when Jet Lounge was just a thought. So we used to do, before the pandemic hit, we used to do a party every Wednesday at the House of Blues. And we had been doing it every Wednesday night for it was about to be 7 years. This year was the 7th year. If I'm not mistaken, I have to fact check myself on that. But when it was just a thought, he was like, I think you would be perfect for this. And that's pretty much how my relationship with Jet Life started. He just kind of took me under his wing and inserted me in places that he thought fit me. And definitely Jet Lounge blew me up and got me known as, a Jet Life affiliate. So they were very inviting, honestly. It was just so by chance that things happened that way,
Super cool. That's incredible. And
Thank
then like,
you.
if there's any aspiring DJs out there, how do you develop like a DJ rapper chemistry? Like, what's that like on stage? What's that like, during mixes beforehand? Like, how do you think about, the chemistry between, yourself as an artist and, the musician or the rapper or the singer?
I think sometimes it just has to be there. I think our chemistry in particular comes from us actually being friends and, you know, having similar personalities just in general. I think we just mesh well in general on stage and off stage. So it translates. It really does. You just got to be on one accord, and you kind of just, you can't be too overbearing as a DJ also, because at the end of the day, it's not your show. You have to always remember that, yeah, you're like the salt and pepper sprinkled on top, but it's not your show. You're not the meat. So that's, you know, it's about staying in your pocket and respecting your own space and respecting the artist's space as well. Currency in particular, he's a simple guy, so he doesn't have, you know, any insane requests for when we get on stage. And he kind of just respects that. He respects my thing and lets me do it. So, you know, he knows before he comes out, I'm going to talk some smack on the mic, and, you know, I might say a little something, play a song to get the crowd hyped up or whatever. And then I'm going to bring him out, and his interactions with me throughout the show, I'm going to allow him to initiate, because, you know, I want him to run his own show. I am just the salt and pepper on top, like I said. So it's just, you know, you just gotta establish that chemistry outside of the stage and also respect the artist and their show.
So that's an incredible answer. And then also for aspiring DJs, is there any sort of secret to being a great DJ? Is it like
practice makes perfect?
Okay.
Practice makes perfect. There is no secret formula. Hours and hours, time and technique.
Great advice. Yeah. I want to jump into some of the post-pandemic stuff. So, you know, aside from DJing for, you know, artists, like, you're also very entrepreneurial. You have your own projects. You have a lot of your own stuff going on. So I want to dive into, I guess, the first one that's exciting to folks, Easy Money, which is your LP, EP. I don't know how to.
It's a mixtape.
Oh, a mixtape.
It's not official. It's actually my first project that I've dropped as a rapper. I've been rapping for a long time, but I never actually got in the studio and recorded something and was like really serious about it. And now I've dropped an actual project, and I still can't believe it. I still can't believe it. It's only been out for like 2 months, I think, maybe 3. But the response I'm getting is so exciting, and it's nice. It feels so good to try something else musically and have it be received so well. You know, sometimes you get scared to jump out and do something else, something that you're not used to doing, and I'm having fun.
So good to hear. Yeah, I mean, definitely heard it all the way through. It's incredible. It was like, who's rapping? Yeah, and then who are some other artists that are featured on the project?
So my homegirl Trill Blonde is on one of the songs on there. I think that's the only feature I have. I have some music with some of my friends. I just haven't dropped it yet. I can't wait to. I really can't. I actually, the songs that I haven't dropped yet that I did with my friends are actually rotating on Sonic League Radio right now. So, a little secret sauce for you. There's exclusive Kelly Green records on rotation on Sonic League Radio right now as we're speaking.
Let's dive into that. So for those that don't know, Sonic League Radio is like a 24-hour radio station that you've developed. Like, how do you think through that? And how's that possible?
So the pandemic, man. The pandemic did it to me. The pandemic lit a fire under my whole life. And it just kind of made me dive deeper into focusing on creating and expanding my own lane. So, you know, I've always wanted to, Jet Life is my family. I've always wanted to, you know, I rep out for them every chance I get, but I always wanted to make sure I had my own thing outside of that, because, you know, I have to have my own identity at the end of the day. And I have things that I've wanted to do that, you know, I can't wait for other people to be on the same page with me to just to do it. You know, I need to just do it. So I just did it. I started it on Twitch. It was just the morning show at first. I was doing the morning show 3 times a week, and I was taking people's music that I knew from around New Orleans and stuff like that, that I knew whose music was good. And I started playing these people's music, and they were really, I didn't realize how excited people would be for me to be introducing their music to the world, or whatever my platform was. Because at the time, my Twitch platform was nothing. Like, I didn't have anybody on there. It was so, but people were just happy that I was even asking them, like, can I support your music? So I'm like, if I can continue to do this, I can create this whole community of people that appreciate each other's music, and it's actually good. It's not like, oh, I'm just playing all my friends' music on here and I'm just putting on for my friends. No, I'm putting on for people who I can vouch for, and they are very talented. So I'm like, people were only able to watch Sonic League Radio from 8 to 10 a.m. 3 times a week. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, no, I need them to always have access to this. So, I kind of Googled around and started figuring out and compiled my tracks that I wanted to have. And I kind of wrote down a scope of how I wanted my station to be. And I just did it. And I'm still tweaking things, still working on some, different little stuff to make it better and make it sound good. But for right now, I'm so satisfied. I think the coolest thing ever is when I'm bored, I can listen to my own radio station. Like, I think that's just insane. And I do that. I wake up in the morning sometimes, and, I wake up so early in the morning, and I might spend like 30 minutes to an hour just scrolling around on my phone through the news, and my radio station's playing in the background. I can't think of a better way to start my day.
That's a 24-hour loop of music?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So at any time, you can wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and it's going to be playing.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
Something's going to be on there.
I want to jump in the next topic. So you talked about Twitch. I want to talk about sort of virtual platforms and, how you're just sort of engaging with audiences, in a pandemic where things are mainly remote. So yeah, I wanted to talk about your experience on Twitch and then OnlyFans, and then after just talk about your currency.
Okay, dig. So Twitch, like I said, I started the morning show on there. Actually, I got on Twitch because when the House of Blues kind of got snatched away from us in the pandemic, the Fillmore actually reached out to me. The Fillmore in New Orleans reached out and was like, well, we're doing this thing, and we want you to be on board. We want you to do a virtual set every Wednesday in partnership with the Fillmore. So I started doing that, and I wasn't interested in DJing on Twitch at all. I was an Instagram, I'm like, all my followings on Instagram. That's where my numbers are at. I'm not going anywhere else. But then, it got annoying to DJ on Instagram because you can only go live for an hour maximum. You got to walk around on eggshells because they're snatching you off for copyrights and crap like that. But so then I started doing the virtual thing for the Fillmore on Wednesdays, and that ended at a time, and I just kept going. That was in the midst of me coming up with Sonic League Radio. So it got to a point where I was doing Wednesdays for the Fillmore on my Twitch, but I was also doing the morning show 3 times a week. So, I had a lot going on on Twitch at that time. And that eventually ended up blossoming into, me doing my own thing on Twitch because I don't do the Fillmore thing anymore. But that's how I got on Twitch. Now, before all of that, in the very beginning of the pandemic, I created an OnlyFans account. And I was getting fed up with the Instagram live issues. And I didn't want to stop DJing. I didn't want to eliminate the accessibility of people to my performances in my craft and just different content that I have to offer. But I also wanted to monetize it. It's annoying to be DJing on Instagram and having to type in tip your DJ, Cash App. That's aggravating. Have to keep saying that over and over again. And when you come on OnlyFans, for one, you paid to be here already. For two, if you want to tip, you can tip directly in the live. Like, all you have to do is press a button and type how much you want to tip, and it's in there. And I like the convenience of that. I don't have any restrictions of going live on OnlyFans. And I got the idea to do, a lot of people don't know that I DJ vinyl too. I DJ on turntables, but a lot of people don't know that, like, I can DJ actual vinyl. So I was doing,
What does that mean, DJing vinyl? Like the actual records?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like instead of, DJs are using Serato and a laptop and DJing with MP3s, I can do that, but I can DJ with vinyl records too. So I'm like, if I can take this over here and make people have to, like, pay to get in, it's going to be like a party. Like, like my internet party. I did KG's Quarantine Beach Club. Happy hour at KG's Quarantine Beach Club. I was doing that on Saturdays, like in the summertime. My friend, who actually is featured on my mixtape, Trill Blonde, she has a swimsuit company called Swim Trill. And I got together with her and I was like, look, I'm going to wear a different bathing suit. It's going to be sponsored by you. Every Saturday I'm going to wear a different bathing suit and I'm going to DJ in a swimsuit. KG's Quarantine Beach Club. So, I just kind of was rolling out different content like that and people were excited about it. And that was my introduction to social platforms outside of Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that, because I lost a lot of money in the beginning and I had to figure out how to monetize what I was doing in a way that would be like, okay, I'm still moving and I'm not skipping a beat. It was tough, but figured it out.
Amazing. Yeah, and then now I want to get to the next thing. So I know it's very new, but you're one of the first DJs, definitely the first DJ from New Orleans, to have her own currency, your own social money. You decided to call it Green. I know it's very new, but tell the people a little bit about it. Tell the people what they can expect, and we'll just kind of go from there.
Okay. Well, Green is my very own social money given to me by this guy I'm looking at right now. Like I was saying, I really just want to monetize. Everything is virtual now. So anything that I can do to monetize my brand, my content, any access to anything within my community is something that I want to do. And I feel like even regardless of the monetization or how much money I make off whatever, I want to create a demand for my brand. And I want to create something special, something exclusive, something that everybody wants. So I think that's how Green really comes into play with, especially with my Discord community. I have a big following, but I have a small section of that following that is like really diving headfirst behind Kelly Green. So I want to give those people, I definitely want to give my whole community, but specifically that sector of my community that supports everything that I do, that, is showing up for everything that I have going on, interacting with my content, just all of that in general. I want to create something special for them to be able to dance around my community and be proud of being a part of my community. Dudes get on Instagram and they flash $10,000 on camera, and my people are going to be flashing their Green in their wallets. So I'm excited about green because it's gonna create something special for my special people. And I think they really deserve it now. They do. They've shown me so much love, and they deserve to get something in return.
That is so cool, Kelly. I mean, for those that are going to listen to this in a little bit, what are some of the things that you can do with green? Why should we be buying green for all the people, crypto people watching in the background and other DJs? What can we get with our green?
So, mainly in my Discord server, people with a certain amount of green will be able to have access to secret channels within my server, secret virtual parties, different exclusive content that nobody else has access to. So the main thing with green is the exclusivity of the people that have it. It's like, hey, I'm a part of, so if you have a certain amount of green in my server, you are considered a Mutsu member. So if you don't know, a Mutsu is a Japanese, it's a variation of a green apple from Japan. So these special members will have access to, like I said, special channels with exclusive content in them, DJ mixes, virtual parties, pretty much anything cool that I come up with that I want these people to have is what they'll be able to do with it. Yeah. It's basically a way for my people to be able to flash like, hey, I'm a part of Kelly Green's community. What you got? You ain't got 300 green.
Amazing.
Do you?
Amazing. I love it. Yeah, we met strangely enough, I believe, in Jay Electronica's Discord.
Yes.
And through a mutual friend. Yeah, talk a little bit about that. I know, you're obviously connected to a bunch of people, but, just curious, like, what's your relationship with Jay like, and how did that develop?
So Jay Electronica and I are like best friends. So one day I had already created a Discord, and I hadn't really done anything with it. I didn't know what to even do with it. I didn't know anything about Discord. Smoke Dizza actually convinced me to make one. So him and I sitting at the table one day, just like trying to figure out Discord, and neither of us could understood what was going on. So then Jay calls me like a week after this, and he's like, yo, you need to get on this thing called Discord. I'm like, yo, I got one, son. Like, explain how to use this shit, because I don't know how to use it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. So then I get in his Discord, and he has like all these bots and channels and all this cool stuff. And I'm like, huh? Like, what am I looking at? Like, my Discord doesn't look like this. So he tells me like, man, you gotta find somebody to set it up and, do all of that. And then like I get mine set up, and he come look at mine like, yo, yours looks better than mine. Like, what you need to refer me to your dude. But before I even made my server what it is, he gave me a channel in his server. So I have a channel called DJ Kelly Green's Duck Off in Jay Electronica's Discord server. And it's kind of just a space for me to do whatever I want, say whatever I want in there, post pictures, links, content, whatever I have going on. But he has such a huge following. I just thought it was, I'm like, yo, you're really a good friend, because you're letting me siphon followers from your Discord to mine. And in addition to being able to do that, it's also giving me credibility, because this guy's vouching for me. This guy has like a 7,000 member Discord right now, and I have a channel in it. So they're like, who is DJ Kelly Green? So if I drop my Discord link anywhere in that server, they're gonna go join because they're like, oh, she has her own channel in Jay Electronica server. I want to see what she's doing on hers. So we scratched each other's backs, you know. But he scratched mine a little harder. But that's my dude, man. That's my guy. We're great friends. And him giving me a channel in his Discord helped a lot. For real. I couldn't thank him enough, honestly.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's a really cool friendship. And yeah, Kelly, I heard through the grapevine that you're a master freestyler.
So, oh
no! So I was curious if
I'm terrible.
You can give the listeners of the podcast a beat and potentially a freestyle, and if you could throw in your currency green in there as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, he put me on the spot. He wants me to freestyle. Oh my goodness!
You have a beat for us and a few lines.
Let's see. I think I got a little shum. Let's see. Oh, I got a good beat.
Can you give us a hot 16?
I don't know if I'm gonna make it to 16.
Well, give us 4. Give us 8.
But I think I can give you a little something slight. Hold on, let me pull this beat up.
Bonus points if you could throw social money and green in there.
Social money and green.
Or just green and currency.
All right, let's see. All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He wants me to freestyle. So
okay. Kelly, let's do this.
All right, let's do it. Okay. Yeah, it's Kelly Green. I'm on the scene with my partner, Bradley. I got a new social money called Green. I'm a part of the big team, Kelly Green. Join my server, World of Green. That's all I got.
All right.
That's all I got. That was off the top of my dome, though. That was a real freestyle. A lot of rappers can do that.
That was incredible.
Thank you.
We have some people here that are very
watching me freestyle.
Yeah, we have Sean and James. Familiar with both of these folks. I'm gonna unmute them here and just see if they have any questions. And if not, we'll just wrap up the interview. So we have C and James. James, do you have anything to ask Kelly?
Yeah, hey, Kelly. Really fascinating interview, and just really trying to understand how much did you know about crypto before jumping in on Green, and kind of what was the spark that made you decide to take the leap and to try this? Or do you see other people kind of that doing the same thing, and kind of where do you think this is going to go?
So as far as my crypto knowledge, there was none. I have no idea. I have little to zero knowledge about cryptocurrency before any of this, and I'm still pretty much a newbie, honestly. But Bradley has made it so simple for me to understand, and he's really helped me a lot when it comes to understanding the value of having your own social money and the different things that you can do with it to not only increase its value, but its demand, and how to get people other than you excited about it. I see green becoming the sole form of interaction within my community. That's what I see for it. I see us not, I see us doing everything that you do, anything that has anything to do with me. You have to have green to do it. That's how I see it. And I just, more than the cryptocurrency background of it, I just want to keep it all in the family. You know, everything is ours and nothing leaves the circle. That's how I like to think about it. Did I answer that right?
I thought it was great. Hey, C, do you have any questions for Kelly? It's okay if not to.
Hey, so I do have a question. My question is, what's like 3 goals that you have for yourself for 2021, Kelly?
3 goals that I have for myself for 2021. Okay, I want my Discord to have at least 1,000 members in it. And I know it's going to have more, but that's a goal, 1,000 members. I want, I want Sonic League Radio to be listened to in more than just the United States. So I want to expand my listenership on Sonic League Radio. And I know this is a kind of silly goal, but I want to get verified on Instagram. And it's like, so I feel like it's right there. Like I can taste it, but they just won't give me my blue check.
I've seen people that are a lot less worthy of a blue check than...
That's what I thought. I see the same thing. I'm like, no, I deserve it, but I totally deserve it more than you.
I don't know if they know someone or I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know. I think they might be paying for it.
Give them some green.
I know, huh?
Kelly, this has been amazing. Super excited. Always excited to talk to you, and just really excited about what you're growing. Like excited to be a part of it. Where can everyone find you? You know, on social, or like how can we get in touch with you? How can we learn more about you as a DJ?
So everything Kelly Green is on djkellygreen.com. So you can read about me there. You can listen to my mixes. You can listen to my mixtape there. You can listen to Sonic League Radio on the homepage. If you follow me on Instagram at DJ Kelly Green, Kelly with a Y, I have a link in my bio that sends you to every platform that I'm a part of. So I have my OnlyFans link on there, YouTube. It's a link tree. So I have OnlyFans, YouTube, Twitch. I recently did a choice mix with Red Bull and Mixcloud. I have the link to that on there. I have the link to my Twitch, my Twitter. So everything, literally, if you just go on my Instagram and click the link in my bio, you have access to everything. My Discord's on there, and I gotta get Jay to send me another invite to the Discord, because I can't get invites, you know, and send them to people. And he keeps setting the invite to expire, so I can't invite people to his server anymore.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the only thing that's missing from my link tree. But, you know, I'll try to, if you come to my Discord, I'll try to slide you into Jay's. As simple as that.
Right. Good way to get people in. Well, Kelly, this was amazing. Thanks so much for your time. C, Jane,
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you guys next time on Roll Radio.